Hello, buddy. Today we have Jennifer with us. She's a science teacher and who shares simple and practical tips on LinkedIn to help professionals grow, stay consistent, and become visible. Before we
Mm.
begin, I would like to welcome Jennifer to our channel and thank her very much for taking the time and speaking with us. Thank you so much, Jennifer, and welcome to our channel.
Hi, thank you for having me, Ajay. It's a pleasure to be here.
Same here, Jennifer. Same here. Jennifer, please tell us where are you
Mhm.
from and what did that environment teach you about growth and discipline?
Okay, very good question. I'm from Nigeria, and we are really a people that we can adapt. We try multiple things, and that environment really showed me, or I kept feeling, what's the word? I kept feeling like I wasn't doing enough. I don't know if that ever happened to you. So before LinkedIn, I was teaching, I was doing private lessons, but I needed something extra, right? So I just felt like I needed to put myself out there more and then see what comes out of it. So Nigeria as a place is somewhere that pushes you, right? It pushes you to see what else you can do apart from your usual job or your usual, clientele work style. So, it showed me that if I put my mind to it, I can always achieve anything.
So, as a full-time science teacher, what inspired you to think that I need to be more active on LinkedIn, Jenny?
Yes. So it's just the job market. So anyone who has been in the job market for the past, say, 5 years will tell you that everything is changing, right? We no longer have job securities. Your boss can just up one day and tell you we are downsizing, we have to reduce the number of people we have. And just like that, you will lose your job, you will lose your stability. So for me as a teacher, I knew that I wanted that stability. So I thought to myself, there's this popular saying that you should not put all your eggs in one basket. So me coming on LinkedIn was me trying not to do that. I needed to explore other social media platforms, even though it was something that was new to me. Because all I had to do was go to school and go back home. But I wanted to put myself out there. I did not really have any goal in mind. I just wanted to see what would come out of consistently showcasing what I can do.
Once you started showing up regularly, what
Mhm.
belief about yourself changed for the better?
So I think when I started showing up consistently, the first thing that I noticed changed about me was I used to just think that, everything in my head was true. So before LinkedIn, I used to have belief system like, social media likes certain people. And I also used to downplay the work that content creators put in. I would think to myself and say, oh, maybe they are buying, these impressions, they are buying the likes. I don't know. It's not really feasible for someone to put a post out and the post is getting 1,000 likes every day. They are doing something in the background. So when I started, that quickly changed because I wasn't doing anything and still people were able to connect to my post and I was getting a lot of engagement and really brilliant feedback. So quickly I understood that most of the fear that was holding me back from putting myself out there was all in my head. And because I
Yeah,
had thought about it for so long, my consciousness kind of justified it. And I thought that was how the world was. So it was the belief system. I just needed to change how I saw myself, and then people would start seeing me that way.
yeah. So, like you're talking about, that fear was holding you back from being visible. How did you overcome it?
So I think I've actually I shared this story a lot. I saw this creator on LinkedIn. She talked about her journey and I really got inspired. So she said she was having this similar self-doubt and then she just told herself, let me give LinkedIn 6 months
Yeah,
and see what I do. And so I decided to copy that blueprint. But to me, copying the blueprint was saying that let me give it 6 months, and if I fail at it, I'm going to reach out to her and say, I
Yeah,
tried your blueprint and it did not work. But
yeah,
I just said, let me ignore the impressions. Every day I just write something. Even if people don't engage with it, it's fine. I have a benchmark. I have 6 months. Let me go through that 6 months first, and then I would measure how exactly did I
yeah,
perform. Yes,
yeah.
and that was how I was able to move past the pressure of saying my very first post, I'm expecting 200 people to interact with it. So having that 6 month gap, it kind of took it off because the very first day I did not expect anything to happen. But I think my very first post, I got like 100. I was like, oh, okay. And little by little, I built the confidence to keep going.
So, what happened when you decided to shift focus and focus primarily on LinkedIn?
Oh, I met great people. I got superb clients. Uh, I built a community that have given me opportunities. I've, co-hosted a webinar of over 1,000 people. It's really been amazing. I got a new role, and I don't know, it's just there's this validation that comes from actually making a plan and seeing that plan to the finish line. It does something to your psyche. It like tells you, oh, you can do this, and that kinds of cuts across other areas of your life. So
Yeah,
even the way you show up at work, the way you interact with people is different because you've done something. You've actually said, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and you did it. So I'm actually
yeah.
now saying, what more can I do? Because right now it's like, okay, I've actually done LinkedIn. I've seen how LinkedIn works. What else can I try? So yes, it's been amazing.
Great. So, as a teacher,
Mhm.
which teaching principle shapes the way you create content?
I would say taking into account the short attention span of people, keeping it simple. You have to take into consideration the reading level of the average person and also repetition. Do not expect to put out content for the first time. If it doesn't do well, it's fine. In 2 or 3 weeks, rephrase the content and put it out again. Sometimes people need to see something 3, 4 times before it registers. So, these three things that really helped how I create content.
Jenny, of all the frameworks that you use, which one
Mhm.
gave you the highest return and why do you think so?
I would say research because I always say in my content that your brain can only give you so much ideas, right?
Yeah,
You have to know where to find inspiration from. I think all my viral posts are actually inspiration from other people. I'm scrolling through LinkedIn, even though I'm engaging with people, I'm actually looking at ideas for my next content. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, my eyes are open. Even if I'm scanning through, I'm looking for ideas for my next content. So what that happens is it keeps my content relevant
yeah,
and updated. Because if they are talking about things on other platforms that I think my community or LinkedIn will benefit, all I have to do is just rewrite in my own words. And like I always say, it's possible we've experienced the same thing, just not in exactly the same way. So all I have to do is to take your idea and add my experience to it.
great idea actually.
Yeah.
So, Jenny, when people start first using AI, what mindset mistake do you think people are making most often?
Really good question. So, as someone, I use AI a lot and I actually teach people how to use AI to write content. What I
Yeah,
see is they don't understand how it works, and I think that affects the quality of the content. So let's look at two people. One person goes to AI and say, write a post for me that will go viral. And the second person writes a post and say, oh, I've written this, help me optimize it. The post from the second person will do better because he has that human experience. But the first person, no matter how you tell the AI, make it human, make it less AI, you're telling the AI to do what it's not. So obviously, the post would not connect with real human beings. So I see this thing where people do that, they rely on it to do the work from A to Z. But I always tell them you have to build a system where it's doing some of the work, but it also has your input. Your input is what makes everything different. Because if everybody on LinkedIn use AI from start to finish, it's your
yeah,
input that will set you apart.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, Jenny.
You're welcome.
So, Jenny, what would you say to a professional who feels invisible right now?
Hmm. I would actually say it's kind of in your head, right? So that if it depends on what is making you feel invincible. So I always tell people how to solve your problem first is to find out why you're feeling that way. Could it be that you're thinking, oh, you have so many friends that know you in real life, and if they see you on LinkedIn, they will judge your content, right? And to answer that, I will tell you, what if they're not as active? What if you are posting on it, they don't even see it at all? Because sometimes your community will come from strangers, not people that actually know you. So I would just say, if you're feeling invincible, build a system. When I started, what helped me was once I put out the content, I would close the entire app. I would close the app and I would go back to work. I would give it like 2 hours and then I'll come back, to see how it's doing. So I'm just saying, look for things that would help you because the way the market is right now, you have to put yourself out there. You have to show
Yeah,
people what you can do. So that way you
yeah,
are building something for yourself and you're not relying on any company or anybody, to help you become stable.
yeah. Exactly. So, if you could speak to your younger self today, what would you like to tell her?
Oh, I would tell her, you know, the possibilities are endless because if I had told five myself 5 years ago that I would be where I am currently, I'm sure she would have doubted. But like I'm here, so I'll tell her to keep dreaming, you know, keep dreaming, keep considering the possibilities, and keep coming with strategies to get to your goal because that's what that's the difference between giving up and pushing forward. Is, even though you fail, you're thinking, what more can I do? Oh, I've tried this, it did not work. Let me go to the second one. So I'll tell my younger self, be patient, keep dreaming, and you can do this.
Yeah, that's great, Jennifer. That's great. Thank you so much, Jennifer, sharing all this valuable knowledge and information with us. It was great speaking with you, and we wish you continuous success in all aspects of your life. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so much.
everybody, for watching this video, and have a good day. Thank you so much, Jenny. See you around.
You too. Bye.